Moving on from all the original Heroquests, it's now time to open the new Heroquest reprint from Avalon Hill. And we're just going to have a look and see what this is. This is one of the first ones that came out, so it's the original big thick box version. As you can see, there's some newer ones that are quite a thinner box. And the difference is this can hold all the expansions in it, which we should see because I picked this up and it came with it. And there was a lot of Mythic tier stuff. I don't have that. I'm not sure if this should have had or not, but we'll have a look. Anyway, let's see what's in the box. So starting off here, we've got a lovely Heroquest printed wrap on a plastic case. Pulling out this, and it's just a nice minis case. So you can see here, we've got all the dice, plastic dice, not wood anymore. Ooh. And they're quite sharp, square edges. They're not nice and round as used to be. But for modern dice, they'll do. And then we just got all the minis. So as you can see here, they're called Dread now. So you've got your Dread Warrior over there. Famirs are gone. Instead we've got Abominations. So here we have these guys, the new Famirs. We've got our Gargoyle. The one nice thing about the Gargoyle is it all comes in one piece now. No longer have to worry about having wings or head broken off. Also coming in this plastic insert, also very helpful as well towards keeping him in one piece. Goblins, Orcs, as you can see right here. There we go, here's a Goblin, here's an Orc. We've got here our Chaos Sorcerer. So it actually looks a bit more Chaos Sorcery rather than just standing up in a pose. And all are undead. Mummies, skeletons, zombies. Its insert's quite nice for keeping them protected, but it's a bit too tight trying to get them out. A couple more. We've got some female orcs down the bottom, it looks like. There we are. And then all the four heroes as tradition: elf, barbarian, wizard and dwarf. Then next up we've got our second printed. This feels a bit heavier, so we'll check this out. And that's why it's heavier. It's got a huge pad of character sheets in it, along with some stuff underneath I can feel. But so yeah, so all the character sheets, there we go, all the cards still nicely in this bundle here. Never played, I'll have to have a check at these over later. And all the furniture, oh, we've got skulls as well, if I can get them out. Lost a bit of cardboard. Oh, it's just some cardboard supports under it to keep it flat. But yeah, so doors, here we go, open doors. No longer card in a plastic base, now a full plastic printed. And closed doors as well. Just random bits of furniture. So these are all one-piece plastic casts. Here's your table. There's the throne. No more of the original where you had to piece them together with little plastic sprues and use card inserts for them. And again, all one piece. So for stuff like, say, the rack maybe here, where it all comes together in one go, rather than all separate like it used to be. Alchemist bench as well. Look at that. Scales and pots now included, so these little bits don't get lost. Although, if it weren't for the insert, they would probably get broken off. Can't get them out, they're quite tight in there. I'll have to pull them out later, but I've got some skulls here, as normal, to go in the furniture. And I've got some rats, and these don't look like they have any little pins, so you just put the rats on it where you want it to sit. Looking at like the bookcases and the wardrobe, I can't see any holes, so I'm not sure exactly where you'd put these skulls yet. I'll have to investigate, or they might be there for decoration, I don't know. On closer look, actually, the skulls are just attached here, so you just cut the skull off and then just leave it hanging there. It doesn't pin into anything, which means you can put the skulls anywhere you like. So here we've got all our cards. And this is the back side, and that's the front side maybe. Oh, that's the art side. But so here we've got all our little characters. You've got some rules, reminder cards, which is quite cool. Helpful. Here's all your character cards: Wizard, Elf, Dwarf, Barbarian. There isn't one of those for the Evil Wizard, but he gets the actual screen. And then we have stuff. So here's all your monster cards. Here we go, all full art now. Got some artifacts. Wand of Magic, Spirit Blade, Ring of Fortitude. I don't recognise that. Should I? Maybe I missed something out. But there seems to be a lot more artifacts in here than there was before. I'm not sure. Here we are, equipment cards. So we've now gone back to equipment again. So Potion of Speed's now in equipment. So they've made some changes already. Going back to the UK version of equipment, but they've added potions and such. I'll have to have a much better look at this. Then we've got the Dread spells. These were the Chaos spells originally. I think these are all the same. Water spells, Earth spells, Fire, Air, and then we've got all our treasure cards. And this looks to keep the same as the US. So you return treasure card. You don't return treasure cards to the deck, but you'll probably put the traps back in and shuffle them. I have our quest book as standard in the nice landscape format. Almost go straight into all your quests. Just flick through all of these. I feel like this is pretty similar. When I have a look and closely, I'll compare it to the other stuff and just see how different it is compared to US and the UK. Got a rulebook, and this is a nice colour rulebook, which is an upgrade from the old black and white how it was, or the one colour it used to be. A nice screen here, complete with updated art, and this is still never used, nice and fresh. Get rid of that cardboard. Here's all our tokens, unpunched. And I recognise all of these apart from this little one there, which might be related to something new or might just be spare space. I'll find out. We have our board. So now the Heroquest is now on the short edge, no longer the long edge. And I'll try and lay this out in view. Whoops. And the board is now bigger than the old board. And it should need to be, because it needs to hold round bases rather than the old square bases. So it still holds the whole miniature in a square. And then here at the bottom, 2 expansion packs. And obviously these came with it. I'm not sure where the person got this from, whether it was a mythic backer or just a normal backer. I'm assuming it's the same. But as you can see, the box was made big enough it could hold both the expansions with it. So checking out the Keller's Keep. We've got a nice quest book here, tile punch board, and then we've got something new. So same as before, we've got a lot more green skins. We've got the doors, as standard used to be for the Keller's Keep, and also some cards. I'm not sure about if the US version had cards, but the UK expansion didn't. And here we are, we're just adding some more equipment and more artifact cards. I'll have to catch up if that's standard compared to the US version, but yeah, the UK version had no cards, it just had a quest book, tiles, and the extra miniatures and doors. In fact, the doors weren't even doors, they were more the tiles. And the Return of the Witch Lord should probably be pretty similar, just full of undead. So here we go. The quest book. We've got another tile punch out. And again, we've got a lot more undead, and we've got more cards that I'm not used to. And again, just adding more equipment cards and more artifact cards. In fact, you definitely wouldn't have had equipment cards in the original US, so that's one change they've already made. There seems to be a lot of potions though. I'll have to look into that. Oh, and this punch board folds out. It's 2 punch boards in one. And then on the bottom of the box, Enter the Magical World. Stunning artwork, 70 miniatures. Also here it's got a little printed number, which is quite cool. So I don't know if that means it was a Mythic Backers edition or it's just one of the first editions. But either way, there we go. Here we have it. That's everything that came in the Heroquest game system core box for the new edition by Avalon Hill, along with the expansion. So this was basically what you got if you'd backed the campaign. Sadly, I didn't at the time. I picked up second hand. It's everything you got. I don't have the mythic stuff, But as we've seen, Avalon Hill are quite cool. They want us to get all the stuff. The Guardian Knight, that was limited edition, got re-released in Rise of the Dread Moon. And just this week, we've seen, or past week, we've seen at Essen, 2 of the Mythic Tier expansions have been released for the quest books. So I've got plenty more stuff to look up from Heroquest. Not to mention, I've finally got Frozen Horror expansion and Mage of the Mirror, complete with this nice little card sleeve on it. But obviously I never had these, I only had the UK stuff. I had the other expansions. Rumours of the Ogre expansion to come out soon. No news of the Wizards of Morcar or Wizards of Zargon. But it'd be quite cool when that does come out, because that was originally my favourite expansion. I used to just run my own games of the heroes versus the 4 wizards and just see who would win. Eventually I should also have my box for Rise of Dread Moon. I'm still waiting for it to be delivered. Anyway, Heroquest videos will pop up on the left and the series videos will pop on the right. Well, thanks for watching, hope to catch you soon.